Thank you for signing up to volunteer for NC State's 125th Anniversary Blood Drive on August 17, 2012. The success of this record-setting event and our ability to exceed the 1,250-pint goal relies heavily on the volunteers who help make this event happen. We appreciate your service and hope this tutorial will help you understand the potential role you may hold on the day of the event. Here is a quick overview of the layout of the event. We will break down the volunteer roles by zone. In Zone 1, we will need greeters, volunteers at the Whole Blood Donors Registration Desk, volunteers at the Double Red Cell Donors Registration Desk, and volunteers at the Non-Appointment or Walk-in Donors Registration Desk. In Zone 2, we will need volunteers in the pre-read waiting area. In Zone 3, we will need pod volunteers. In Zone 4, we will need canteen support. All zones are assigned a zone captain who will be available to assist with any questions. The zone captains are trained to understand the various volunteer roles, as well as to know how to troubleshoot any questions you might receive from donors. Additionally, if donors have any questions about their eligibility to give, always direct them to the Ask ARC table, where an American Red Cross staff member will be stationed. Volunteers will receive a duty card at the start of their shift to remind them of their responsibilities. Each shift of volunteers will overlap by 30 minutes, and all volunteers are responsible for training the next volunteer and passing on the duty card. When you arrive at Carmichael Gym, you will need to sign in at the volunteer sign-in table, indicated on this map by the yellow star. At that time, you will be assigned to a volunteer role. Signing in also ensures that you receive credit for your service. There are 4 roles in Zone 1: greeter, Whole Blood Donor Registration Table Volunteer, Double Red Cell Donor Registration Table Volunteer, and Non-Appointment or Walk-in Donor Registration Table Volunteer. The greeter is a volunteer who will greet all donors as they enter the facility and will direct them to the appropriate check-in table. If the donor has made an appointment in advance, they should check in at the Whole Blood Donor Registration Table. If they are a donor of double red cells and have made an appointment in advance, they should check in at the Double Red Cell Registration Table. If they did not make an appointment in advance, they should go to the walk-in check-in table. The Whole Blood Donor Registration Table will be organized so that donors must get in line based on their last name. Volunteers at this location must greet donors, mark their name on a master list, and ask them to sign in. Please ask the donor a series of questions, which will be provided the day of, and also ask if they have donated blood in North Carolina before. If they have, give them a red sticker with their name and the time of the arrival on the sticker. If not, give them a green sticker with their name and the time of the arrival. Once stickers are given out, direct donors to the pre-read waiting area. Volunteers should ensure that the registration table is maintained and trash is cleared throughout their shift. Volunteers at the Double Red Cell Donor Registration Table will greet donors and ask the donors to read the requirements of a double red cell donor. They will also need to direct any questions to the Ask the American Red Cross or Ask ARC table and give donors the Big Deal sticker, which designates them as a double red cell donor. The volunteer will then direct the donor to the pre-read waiting area. Volunteers should ensure the registration table is maintained and trash is cleared throughout their shift. Volunteers at the non-appointment or walk-in donor registration table should start by greeting the donors and double-checking the list to ensure they do not already have an appointment. If they do, please send them to the Whole Blood Donor Registration Table. If they do not have an appointment, check to see if there is an open appointment slot for the time they have arrived. If there is, fill their name into the slot and give them a sticker and write their appointment time on the sticker. If there is not an open slot, they are considered a walk-in, and this should be indicated on their sticker. They should be made aware that we cannot guarantee a quick wait time. Ask donors to sign in, then ask them the questions provided and ask if they have donated blood in North Carolina before. If yes, give them a red sticker and write their name and the time of the arrival on the sticker. If no, give them a green sticker and write their name and the time of the arrival. Once stickers are given out, direct donors to the pre-read waiting area. Volunteers should ensure that the registration table is maintained and trash is cleared throughout their shift. Volunteers in Zone 2 will oversee the pre-reading waiting area. They should greet donors as they enter the pre-read waiting area and invite them to sit in their designated wait area, which will depend on their sticker. Donors must read the required reading materials and return the book to you once they are done. A volunteer from the pod area will indicate when a donor is ready to head back to the pods where they will give blood. Volunteers in the pre-read waiting area should maintain the cleanliness of the space and clear trash at the end of their shift. Volunteers in Zone 3 will be responsible for ensuring that donors are directed to pods that have openings available. There are 8 pods for whole blood donation and 1 pod with multiple stations for double red cell donors. Due to the large volume of activity, volunteers must keep vigilant watch of other pod volunteers, who will be stationed at each pod with a sign. When a pod sign is raised, this will indicate that an opening is available and a donor can be sent to that pod. Pod volunteers should greet all donors, invite them to sit in the pod waiting area, and work with Red Cross staff to move donors from the pod waiting area to the health history queue. These volunteers should maintain the pod waiting area and clear all trash from that area at the end of their shift. The canteen is the last stop for our donors and an opportunity for them to rest after giving blood. Volunteers in this zone should greet donors and serve or refill drinks and snacks as needed. Please be sure to watch donors for adverse reactions, such as heavy breathing, discomfort in their chair, excess sweating, dizziness, or fainting. If you are concerned with the well-being of a donor, please ask if they are okay and call a Red Cross volunteer to assist. Volunteers should also maintain the area by keeping tables and chairs neatly arranged, picking up trash from tables and floors, clearing trash at the end of their shift, and thanking all donors as they exit. At the end of the day, we want all donors to feel welcome and to receive the best care possible throughout their experience. In order to ensure the blood drive runs smoothly, please arrive early for your shift and be sure to dress comfortably. If you have questions or concerns prior to the event, please contact the Blood Drive Committee at servicencstate-blooddrive@ncsu.edu. Again, thank you for your commitment to helping NC State potentially save 3,750 lives and in helping us become one of the largest blood drives in the Carolinas. We look forward to seeing you on August 17th.